Hello everybody, this is Kevin from Klotz Productions, and this is Game 2 between Bobby playing Boros and Dylan playing Eldrazi Green. Dylan was on the play again this game and started off with a Colony Garden, which got himself a plant token. Bobby then cast a Goblin Guide and attacked with him. He didn't reveal any lands on the top of Dylan's library, and then Dylan took the 2 damage, going to 18. Dylan then cast an Overgrown Battlement. Bobby then attacked with his Goblin Guide again, which still didn't reveal a land. Dylan decided to chump block it with his plant token. And then post-combat, Bobby cast a Squadron Hawk and searched for 2 more. Dylan then laid down a Mystifying Maze and cast a second Overgrown Battlement. Bobby started off his next turn by attacking with his team. The Goblin Guide revealed a land on the top of Dylan's library, and then Dylan decided to take the 3 damage, going down to 15 life. Post-combat, Bobby used a Journey to Nowhere to remove one of Dylan's Overgrown Battlements from the game. He then cracked an Arid Mesa to search for a mountain and cast a second Goblin Guide. On Dylan's next turn, he simply laid down a forest and passed it back to Bobby. Bobby used 2 lightning bolts to kill Dylan's other Overgrown Battlement. He then laid down an Evolving Wilds and attacked with his team. The 2 triggers from the Goblin Guides revealed a forest and an explorer for Dylan. Dylan had no plays and took the 5 damage, going down to 10 life. On Dylan's next turn, he started out by laying down a forest and casting an explorer to draw another card. He then laid down a Tectonic Edge and cast another explorer. He laid down another forest for the turn and then passed it back to Bobby. At the end of the turn, Bobby cracked his Evolving Wilds to search for a Plains. Bobby started out by attacking with his team again. The 2 triggers from his Goblin Guides revealed 2 more lands for Dylan this time. Dylan took the 5 damage again, dropping him down to 5 life, and then post-combat, Bobby cast 2 more Squadron Hawks. Dylan laid down a Colony Garden to get himself a plant token, and then cast a Worm Coil Engine. Bobby attacked with his 3 Squadron Hawks in the air this time, which Dylan had to take, dropping him down to 2 life. Post-combat, he laid down his 4th Squadron Hawk along with a plated Geopede. For Dylan's next turn, he started out by laying down an Eldrazi Temple. He then cast a Pelakka Worm, gaining himself 7 life and going back up to 9. He then attacked with his Worm Coil Engine, which Bobby decided to take, dropping him down to 13 and bringing Dylan back up to 15. For Bobby's next turn, he laid down a Basilisk Collar and then equipped it to one of his Goblin Guides. He decided to attack with the equipped Goblin Guides and his 4 Squadron Hawks. The Goblin Guide revealed a Summoning Trap on the top of Dylan's library, and then he chose to block it with his plant token. Dylan decided to take the rest of the damage, which should have been 4, however due to miscalculation he ended up taking 6. Bobby also gained 2 life from the Basilisk Collar, bringing him back up to 15, and then post-combat he equipped the collar to his plated Geopede before passing the turn. For Dylan's next turn, he laid down a Tectonic Edge and then passed it back to Bobby. Bobby equipped his Basilisk Collar to one of his Hawks and then attacked with the equipped Hawk and 2 others. In response, Dylan cast a Summoning Trap. He found an Ulamog the Infinite Gyre, which he put into play, but still had to take the 3 damage, bringing him down to 6 life and bringing Bobby back up to 16. Then post-combat, Bobby cast an Adventuring Gear. He then equipped his Basilisk Collar back to his plated Geopede before passing the turn. On Dylan's next turn, he attacked with his Ulamog. Bobby decided to sacrifice his 2 Goblin Guides, one of his Hawks and one of his Mountains. He then took the 10 damage, going down to 6 life. For Bobby's next turn, he started out by equipping his Adventuring Gear to one of his Hawks and then laying down an Evolving Wilds. He then attacked with his 3 Hawks. Dylan then cast a Summoning Trap, which he used to find a Primeval Titan. When the Titan came into play, he used it to search for an Eldrazi Temple and an Eye of Ujin. He then used his Mystifying Maze to remove the equipped Hawk from the game and allowed himself to stay alive. This caused Bobby to scoop, giving Dylan the win and taking them to Game 3.